Rock here. I got your post at Secret and Dirt. I really liked it. It got me excited that you were studying Darius's concept, and I wanted to respond to what you said. So, you know, I've done a lot of posts on Darius' concept and a lot of videos on it too. So, hopefully you'll find some of that interesting. But the thing that, you know, specifically we were talking about was, you know, how to get the, you know, to set up with, you know, getting your feet, you know, if this is square, you know, getting your feet diagonal, having your hips open, and having your shoulders square. So, you know, that's basically it. And you know, when you see someone do it, you know, you can kind of look at the configuration. It makes sense. But then, you know, the actual feelings that you get in your body, that's what got me excited. You were talking about it. And I think quite correctly, too, you know, what you said. You know, when you get in this configuration, you know, like you said, your rear leg will actually turn inward. I feel like your lead leg also wants to turn inward. You know, I feel, you know, a lot of tension on my inner thighs, like you said, you know, into my groin. So, you know, with that lower base, you know, from the hip sockets down established, that's huge in the golf swing. You know, when you feel those kind of tensions, and when you swing, you maintain those tensions. I think that's all good stuff. So I'm glad that you had success with your wedge and your driver. That's really important too, that you were testing it with the wedge, the driver. I'd also recommend the 6-iron. Make sure that you know it's working for those three. And usually, if it works for those three, you got a good thing. So that's good. So you got the understanding of the lower body. That's a big deal. So, you know, the only thing that I'd like to add a little bit to what you said is with the lower body, you know, you're going to push down the ground. You know, I spent a lot of time, you know, trying to, you know, generate shear forces into the ground and doing a lot of that. But I found that really, you know, your feet are down. They kind of, you know, are sitting the ground. I don't think you need to generate a lot of, you know, extra shear forces on the ground. You got some down force. I think that's what you need. I think a lot of the pressure that you're going to be using is actually in your body. So I think that's a key point that I'd like to add to what you said. You know, make sure that you're using your body to control the swing and not necessarily, you know, just relying on the ground forces. You know, use your body. That's a big key thing. So, you know, I think you're basically correct that, you know, once you have your lower body established, that'll dictate a lot of what else happens in your swing. I just think that, you know, with your lower body, you know, if you get into configuration, when you start, you know, back, you know, I think there's a couple things you can do. One is you could have it be in this configuration and allow, you know, somewhat of a sway into this direction. I don't think that's what you want to do. You know, you want to, you know, get in this configuration and, you know, I think allow this right leg to go this way. Your right butt cheek will kind of start going over your left heel. And for me, I feel like I get the weight, you know, on the left side, right, you know, off the get-go. And I feel a lot of pressure on the outside of my leg. I feel it into my groin. And I think that's really important to get a stable base. You know, a lot of greats did things like, you know, get back and they allowed this leg to, you know, whip over and then replant. And, you know, you can do that. I've done it. It definitely works. I just find that it's a little bit more repeatable if you just allow this right butt cheek to go back over the left heel and then go ahead and go. So that's a huge deal with the lower body. I just wanted to add some clarification for that. Now, as far as the you know, the rest of the motion, you know, there's a lot of variations. in terms of you know, what the upper body can do. But again, like I said, if your lower body's moving properly, that's gonna get the thorax here to function properly and to really sync up to everything. So let's go ahead and you know, let you work on that for a while. You know, keep working on this lower body move, and then you know, as you get more developed on that, then like you said, some of the other things you know, you might want to tweak up a little bit as you develop it. So I think you're on to a big thing as far as what you said, and being able to be aware of these body pressures and being aware of your body. You know, I think that's something that you know, Darius and I both believe strongly in. Obviously, Lee believes strongly in it. That, you know, knowing your body is key to developing a really repeatable golf swing. So, you know, let's start here with the lower body. You know, keep working on it for a while. You know, work hard at it. You know, really understand every aspect of how your legs are moving. I think that's important. I think you're going to find that, you know, you're going to naturally start thinking about your, you know, your thorax, the pressure in the stomach. You know, how does that feel? Then you'll start thinking about, you know, how the arms are moving, and so you'll progress from there. But that's, you know, with friends of mine, you know, that seems to be the biggest revelation to them, you know, of how to use the lower body. And that's pretty much the first thing that I start with all my friends, is to make sure they are really understanding how the lower body can move, to make sure they understand, you know, the setup is key. It dictates everything else that's going to happen in the swing. So, you know, when you go, what I do with the lower body, you know, when I go back, I feel like I said, this right leg's going out more like a stilt, and that when I come through, I feel like this knee is, you know, chasing this left knee through the ball. So I really close the gap between the knees as I come through the ball. So, you know, when I'm really going good, I almost feel like my, you know, my rear thigh here is almost feel like it's going underneath my lead thigh. So, you know, when I feel that going on, you know, I usually hit really good shots. And so great. So thanks a lot, Vinny. You really energized me with your post. That you were, you know, one, you went and actually read what Darius wrote, and secondly, you put it into your own words, very good words, that showed that you not only understood what he wrote, but you applied it. You went out and did it and proved to yourself how it worked. So you did all the right things, and that's what you really need to do to take ownership of your swing. You need to, you know, gain knowledge. You need to put that knowledge into doing something, and then you do something, you report back how you did, and then you can go to the next step, and you know, continue to build that foundation. That's really important. So thanks a lot, Vinny. I know Darius is probably really excited about that, you know, that you found what he did valuable, and same with me. So good luck with everything, and hope this helps some more. Thanks, buddy. See you.